Hey y'all, it's Chris from Meats, Beats, and Bubbles, and I just want to remind you where you can find me in case you like the stuff that I'm doing. You can find me on YouTube at Meats, Beats, and Bubbles. You can find me at meatsbeatsandbubbles.com for the blog. That's where all the recipes are, and the videos. Some of those make it there too. You can find me on Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. So I am going to make something that I've been having my eye on for a bit now, and it's gingerbread, but I'm going to do it in the air fryer. And so, which is really cool. In Arizona, it gets so hot in the summer, but if you're just craving something like a gingerbread, or it can be any other type of a cake, really. You throw it in the air fryer, don't have to heat up the oven, and just enjoy it all summer long. So I could not find a boxed gingerbread cake. So I've got a recipe that I've used before for making a gingerbread cake. And then I'm going to just use that in my little egg bite mold. So it's also a portion control thing too. So that way, if you're just like, well, I'm trying to watch my calories, then just eat one of the little cake balls. So this is a first for the air fryer and using the egg mold. So we're going to give it a go here. Are you ready? All right, so in my stand mixer, I've got a half cup of butter, which is 1 stick. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cream that. And so I'm gonna get started and do that right now. It's a little bit noisy with the mixer going, but we're just gonna compensate for that and continue on. And I think I told you that half cup of butter is 1 stick. I let it set out overnight so it would make that process even a little bit faster. And here's another tip for you guys. Take whatever you're going to use for your molasses, spray it with your cooking spray, and that molasses just comes out of there so much easier. So now once that's creamed, what we're going to do is we're going to add in 3/4 cup of brown sugar. We're going to add that in gradually. So I'm going to slip over and do that right now. When you are adding ingredients, especially when baking, don't forget to each time scrape down your bowl. So once you add in the molasses, scrape it down. When you add in the flour, scrape it down, just so everything gets incorporated and you're not leaving that stuff inside the bowl, or you're going to get lumps or whatever in your baking goods. So that's not so pleasant. So what I've got in here is I've got some flour. Now this was supposed to be a cake flour, but I didn't have any on hand. So I'm gonna put a little tip in when I post the recipe, but basically you just remove some all-purpose flour and then you add in some cornstarch, and then you will just sift it twice. So just to get what you need. And then remeasure so you know you got the right amount, because it could change it a little bit with the cornstarch added in instead of the flour. And we all know that baking is a science. So anyway, just remeasure so you get a good, tasty, yummy, finished product. So what I've got here is I've got my self-made self-rising flour. Ha! Did you see what I did there? I have some ginger in here. I have some salt, baking powder, baking soda. And then I'm going to add in some of the cinnamon here. I need a teaspoon of cinnamon. I love cinnamon. I love ginger too. Sometimes people don't love ginger so much, but I happen to love it. I love it in powder. I love it in, I actually used some in a tube this weekend when I made some pork belly. And that was really nice to not have to, because I needed like 2 tablespoons. And normally I keep it in the freezer and then grate it. And so it was nice to not have to do that. So I'm just going to whisk this so it kind of incorporates. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to put this in, do it in 3 parts, and beat after each addition of the flour mixture. And what I do with that is I use a parchment paper so that all of the stuff your dry ingredients gets into there easily. So just like this. So I've got all my flour. You can't see it very well. I'll snap a photo or take it the video down and add that in. So I'm gonna add this in, beating after each addition on the flour mixture. Okay, so I took the liberty while I was doing that and cleaning up to go ahead and preheat the air fryer. So that way it's kind of noisy in here, so not so good for the acoustics for a video. But I've gotten the batter finished, isn't it? Oh, it smells so good. And goodness, I could just eat it. And look at that beautiful color. So I've got my egg mold here. First time using it. I sprayed it with a cooking spray. And now I need to fill them about 2/3 full. So I'm gonna slip my eyes on here real quick to do that. And we will go and get these going in the oven. So, you know, just eyeball, remove some if you need to, if you get it too full. I know for me, sometimes the first time doing something, it can be kind of tricky. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get these all filled. I got them in the air fryer. I have the Instant Pot Vortex Plus, and it might have cooled down just a touch while waiting for that. So here's what we've got is we've got 9 minutes on there. Turn the light on for you. And so I just put them, ooh, I need to clean my glass, don't I? So it's a double glass, just like the oven would be. So anyhow, we're going to give these a go. With this particular one, it'll tell you to flip it halfway through, but that's only if you're doing, you know, other frozen foods, you know, chicken nuggets, things like that you'd need to flip. So we're going to let these go and see what happens. So I'll see you soon. All right, here's the finished product right out of the air fryer. This egg mold is wonderful. I'd say just make sure that you spray it and do a tester to see how long. I went on the second batch for 12 minutes. The first batch I did 9 and then bumped it to 11 because it was still a little bit raw. Look at those beauties. How fun those are. So I think kids would really love them. So this thing is going to make not probably quite 3 full batches. So here's the finished product, guys. They look so cute. These, here, I'll turn it down so you can see. Look at these beauties. The Airfryer Gingerbread Bites in. I'm gonna put on my pot holder so I don't burn my fingies. And these are done in this air fryer egg mold that I picked up at Aldi. So pretty cool. I'm going to get another one so it won't take me quite as long. I don't have to wait. They just slipped out of there so easy. Didn't get enough to finish that one. But they did sneak a taste. And it was yummy. So we'll see how these go. I could just foresee these at night, just kind of having one with some hot tea or a couple for breakfast, or even if it's just something quick and I need to eat something, you know, in the morning, just grab and go. Or next time for a road trip. Woo! I love road trip snacks, but I usually like to get those at the store. So I'm not sure why. I don't know. If you guys have any other little road trip quirky things you like to do, hey, post them on the comments. And speaking of comments, you can subscribe and like on YouTube, Meats, Beats, and Bubbles. You can find this recipe on the blog at meatsbeatsandbubbles.com, and then also on Pinterest. I love to post stuff there and save stuff. It's just so easy to do that. That way when you want to find something, you just kind of search and bam, there you go. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm going to head out the door, guys, and I'm going to take one of these to my mother-in-law and see how she likes this. So I will see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye.